Welcome back to today's morning report on Monday the 6th of July with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. Moving on to euro dollar. This is certainly the big mover of the day, and we had that big move at the open, sharply lower, about 100 or so ticks down, but you've recovered quite a lot of that move now. And you'd actually look at this chart, and I'm still thinking about, still looking at this big pivot level 1050 as being this sort of major aspect of this chart. And the fact is, you're sort of trying to recover back above that again. You had that last Monday. It was obviously the big move that we saw of last week, where we saw a sharp open at the sort of lower and then a massive intraday rally. Now, we haven't had that massive intraday rally yet, but we certainly haven't had the selling pressure taking off and pulling euro sharply lower. So it's interesting that we've got an element of stabilization here on this chart now. So we'll see how this one plays out, but certainly on the daily basis, it still remains fairly range bound and trading above that pivot level of 110.50. I think you've still got a fairly positive outlook on the euro across the medium term, or at least a range bound outlook anyway. But this is the hourly chart. Now we do have in place a slight sequence here of lower highs across this chart, you would argue, forming a downtrend. So you're now at a stage at which you need to see that sort of this rally that we've got at the moment probably moving to break that downtrend. It's actually backed off it initially. Interestingly, today backed away from that downtrend, so that needs to be broken to the upside. Otherwise, you could see once again just this rally falling over, which is what it's tended to do in the past week. But it's quite a strong rally that we have had initially. You had that obviously move down to 109.67, which means you've had an intraday rally of about was it trading at 6, so almost 100 ticks. Actually did have a 100 tick rally up towards that high. So it certainly does look as though the move that we've seen today is pretty strong, actually, considering the selling pressure that could have happened. So the buyers are still supporting this euro. The momentum indicator is slightly corrective still, you'd argue, with the RSI continuing to come back towards 30, falling over at just around 60, 65 on the hourly. This is. So you would still say that rallies are being sold into, but interesting that we're not getting the outright massive selling pressure. So it's still a bit of a short-term trading play here on the euro. Yes, the rallies are being sold into, but you're not getting significant selling pressure coming through. That's sort of seeing the euro sharply lower and continuing to move lower. So there are opportunities to sell this at the moment, and obviously this rally that we've had back towards that downtrend could be another chance to sell. But I'm also very interested in how well supported the euro has been today. We haven't yet fallen. We didn't fall back below that 109.53 level that we saw around the open on Monday last week. And the fact that we're trading above that still, I think, is very interesting. Also, the fact that we're trading above the pivot level as well is very interesting. So lots going on this euro dollar chart, lots playing out still. No real decisive breakdown, interestingly enough, on the euro. So I wish you good luck in your trading on it, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.